Good evening, everyone. We're here for another Jesus Short. I think you're going to find this one kind of interesting. Might change the way you look at something you heard when you were in Sunday school, the story of David and Goliath. Now, David and Goliath in 1 Samuel 17, this very day Adonai, the master, will deliver you into my hand. This is David talking to Goliath. And I will strike you down and take your head off, and I will give you the carcasses of the Philistines' camp today to the birds of the sky and the wild beasts of the earth. Then all the earth will know that there is a God in Israel. David took the head of the Philistine. After he killed him with a stone, he went over and cut his head off with Goliath's own sword. And he brought the head of Goliath to Jerusalem. Now, what was the significance of that? Why would he do that? But he put his armor in his own tent. But he brought Goliath's head to Jerusalem. What did David do with the head in Jerusalem? Well, John 19. Then he took Yehoshua. They took Yehoshua. He went out carrying his own cross, the crossbar, to the place of the skull. What skull? They brought the head of Goliath to, when it says they brought it, I'll keep going, but the skull, they would have taken that skull of Goliath and buried it on a hill as a testimony, preferably the highest hill, as a testimony to the enemies of Israel, saying, we killed the greatest enemy in the land. We'll do the same to you if you come after us. Now, if you look at the name Goliath, I think it's interesting. Goliath's name was, in Greek, Golgotha, or Golgotha. What was the place where the skull was buried called? Golgotha. Place of the skull. What skull? Goliath. Why is that significant? Genesis 3. I will put animosity or enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He will crush your head. The seed of the serpent was Goliath. And you will crush his heel. So the seed of the woman will crush the head of the seed of the serpent. And the seed of the serpent will crush the heel of the man of God. When Jesus was crucified, the spikes were driven through his heels, not through the top of his feet like we see. They've unearthed so many people that were crucified, they had them on the side of the cross, not in front like we see on that cross. The feet were actually on the side. See if I can do this without tipping over. They would put the feet here and drive the spike through the heel. Now it says, this is the prophecy to Eve, that her seed would be, his heel would be crushed by the seed of the serpent, which we know happened on the cross. And her seed would crush his head. Jesus is being crucified with his feet about 1.5 feet above the earth, over the top of the skull of Goliath. And Goliath's name was Golgotha. And it's called Golgotha. Again, just beautiful things out of Scripture. Streetlight GR. Tell people about it. Be blessed. And please be a blessing to others. Show them the love of Jesus. Thank you for tuning in.